What is up, guys? Today is my favorite day, new gear day. Not new guitar day, but new gear day. Today we're going to talk about pedal boards. I have this old one that me and my dad made. Really cool story that I'll get into. But I just got some new stuff from Sweetwater. I'm really excited about it, so let's dive in. So a little backstory about my pedal board. My dad and I made it when I was like 17, 18, 19, sometime either in high school or college. And I had maybe 7 pedals, they're all the Boss, DD1 or DD7, whatever, and the distortion one and a crybaby wah. So I had to have one that was a little bit longer for the wah pedal, and then I wanted the other 2 to be on the sides. One have it a little bit higher than the other 4, just so you'd be easier to press on these top ones and the lower ones. You're not doing the pedal dance. Actually, here, I have my board with me. Pretty simple setup right here, but as you can tell, right now it's a volume pedal, and then these are a little bit up higher than these, so I can easily hit that one and then hit the tuner, hit the looper a little bit easier. Anyways, this thing rocks. You can tell it's covered in vinyl. The bad part about it, it's 21 pounds, and if you're anything like me, right before a gig, you don't want to deal with carrying a bunch of stuff, right? It's 21 pounds. It's a lot to carry from the back of the room to the stage if you're on a multiple band gig or just carrying it around in general. So me and my dad built this. We built it out of, I think, sure, average pine. What is it?
One eternity later.
Plywood. your average plywood at Home Depot. So we bought a couple pieces of it, and some maple, maybe it was just plywood, or 2x4 maple. I can't remember. Anyway, so we built it out. CAD designed it in a computer program, made sure all the dimensions were right. Then we wrapped it in vinyl, which is really cool. Add some hardware, the locks, the bottom parts that have like the rubber, the feet or whatnot. And then we put a little handle on there. So you had the box, which you just saw there, and then we had a lid that had a handle with the clasp together, so you can carry it around. With the lid, it easily weighed over 30 pounds, which is just absurd to be carrying around. So in college, it was awesome because I didn't carry it around that much. It's pretty much stayed in the same spot. But the lid got really gross being in those fraternity party basement, and it just ruined the top. So I threw that away. I kept this one. Now I'm still, luckily. But it's time to upgrade. Now that I'm playing out a lot more, I'm going to a lot more shows with them. Now that I don't have the lid, it's harder to carry because you got the guitar in one arm and pedal board in the other. And if you know anything like those backpack, the backpack guitar cases, they're great, right? But unless you get the right one, your guitar is like always going to hit the top of the door sill. So I try to use my hard case. I'm carrying the hard case for this one. It's hard to carry that pedal board underneath your arm. For new gear day today, we have a brand new pedal board sent by Sweetwater. So let's get checking it out. Getting the knife. And here we go. Let's see what we have in here. First up, we have the Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2. These are fantastic power supplies. It's the isolated outputs. That's what you really want. If you don't have the isolated outputs, your tones suck, which I'm sure you've heard of, or your signal can get a little weaker. So this is the best in the business. All my friends play them. A lot of professionals play them. So Voodoo power supply. We got the Pedaltrain Voodoo Labs mounting kit brackets. And as you can probably have guessed, the Pedaltrain Novo 18. This one's sweet. It's long enough for both my wah pedal and my volume pedal and all my other pedals. So today we're going to build my new pedal board. We'll go from a before and after, and maybe at the end we'll throw some tones just so you can get a understanding what I'm running through. So I'm really excited about this. Hope you guys are too. So one of the really cool things I love about Sweetwater is they give you a bunch of swag. some stickers. As you can tell, my monitors, they're covered in stickers of brands I like. Also, 5 free issues of Premier Guitar. Love magazines. Guitar magazines are the few magazines that I still read that aren't online. I have Guitar World. I've probably had this subscription since I was like 12. Love this stuff. And last but not least, candy. So, with that in mind, let's get started on the build. Check it out. So the Nova 18 comes with a soft case with handles and shoulder straps. It's perfect for getting things to and from your gig without having to carry a whole lot of stuff in your hands. So attaching your power brick to your pedal board is a little tricky. First, you want to remove the housing screws and then put on the brackets like so. Then take the screws, put them through the bracket eyes, and screw them back to the housing, and you should be good to go. So now your brick's ready to go. First, flip your board over. Take a pencil or screws and mark where you want them to be. Take a drill and pre-drill the holes where your screws are going to go. You want a drill that's a drill bit that's a little bit smaller than the screws, and then screw in the screws by hand. It's going to be a lot easier for you if you screw them in by hand and not using a drill. Trust me on that one. All right, so now the board's ready. Flip it back over and make sure your pedals are nearby. Let's switch over to the phone cam. As you can tell, here's the phone cam. The pedals are right next to me on the right. Those are the ones that we're going to be adding onto the board. So let's get started. First, let's take the biggest pedals that you have because those take up the most real estate. Find a place for them and then start adding your other pedals. Usually I like to do them by the order of the chain. The chain will change ultimately, and as you'll see in our final video, or the final shot of the board, is that I moved things around significantly. I didn't like how they ended up. Now once you have your layout kind of set up, take the patch cables and start wiring them. Make sure that your cables will work and fit. Normally you'd get new patch cables and the kits that you can have any length that you want. I recommend those. These are just the ones that I had laying around. I'll do another video about adding customized and bespoke, as we like to say, patch cables that will properly fit your board. But whatever you have lying around works for now. So let's go to a glimpse of my old board. Really messy, ugly. Now let's check out the new board. And I will say I already added Velcro, but this board rocks. All right, so that's how you put it together. It's a little bit more difficult than your average Lego set, but if you have a drill, you're good to go. So this is what the final product looks like. Very pleased with it. I changed it around a little bit. Originally these were side by side and these were over here a little bit. I find it's easier though, wiring wise, and I can always change this up later, but so far I'm really liking this setup. So I'm going into the volume pedal first, followed by the tuner, into the exotic compressor, followed by the TS9, into the super badass, into the cry, into the digital delay, which I'm going to eventually run into the Jamman looper, but I have run out of patch cables, so I'll do that in the future. All in all, this thing weighs 18 pounds now, which we're down from our 21, which doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me it is, because I have added the Crybaby wah, which I didn't have originally when I weighed my old pedal board, and this thing weighs 4 pounds. So also the Voodoo Labs Power brick in the back weighs 2 pounds, so we're down 6 pounds from our original weight. So add 21 plus 6, so we're at 27 pounds is what all that equipment would have been on my old board. Now we're down to 18 with the addition of those two equipment. So we're down 3 pounds with the addition of 6 extra pounds. So that's just absolutely outstanding in terms of weight reduction. The pedal board is amazing. I'm going to start gigging with it. I'll get back to y'all and let you know how it goes. So far I'm loving it. And that's about it. So on our way out, let's hear some tones. And until next time, let the music play.